I had mentioned that it just seemed like Mom was taking me back all the time to correct my behavior in some way. There was the incident in Market Basket where I had put some lifesavers in my pocket, and Keith became aware and, as usual, told on me. And Mom marched me back. And then there was the witch that I came home and told Mom there was a witch that was over close to Granada Junior High, and she marched me over there to meet her and to show me she really wasn't a witch, despite what our neighbors said. And then on my way home from Scott Avenue School one day, I was with Wayne King, who was one of my friends at the time, and there was an empty field, and in that field was a tractor with, well, actually it was a small bulldozer, and with the blade on front, you know, that pushes dirt, and it was kind of old and rusty, and in an empty field looked like it had been abandoned. So Wayne and I hopped on it and did the controls for a bit and played with it, and we thought, you know, that would be neat. I said it to Wayne, that would be neat if this was in my backyard. So we came up with this plan where every day we would stop by and take a part off it and bring it back home, and then eventually
prison break.
eventually reassemble it in our backyard. You know, what was I, 7 at the time? And so and all we could do, since we didn't have any wrenches or anything, was able to take off a few nuts off bolts and other, just a couple small parts. So you can imagine Mom, when I show up at home and show her my treasures, big mistake, of course. Look, Mom, I'm going to have a tractor soon at home. Well, Mom, you know how she overreacts to everything, promptly put me in the car to take the parts back and to find the owner. And she asked a couple houses that were around the field, and nobody really knew who owned it. And so I had to try to put the parts back on, and we ended up leaving just a couple parts on it because I couldn't remember where they went. So that killed my dream, of course, of having a tractor in our backyard. I thought that was so unfair of her at the time. But, you know, things like that, though, that Mom did, that taught us how to parent. You know, it taught us how to take care of our kids, what to watch out for, and all the tricks that kids use to try to manipulate their parents, or lies that they tell. And so I'm sure all of us can really be appreciative of what Mom did for us. You see kids nowadays, how they behave, and their parents don't know how to parent, or they think that these small things that kids do have no consequences. But they do. You know, kids will ape or mimic what their parents do, or what they can get away with. So I was sure appreciative of that, even though I wasn't at the time, of things, how she corrected